25 high school sports season. I think there's one school in particular that's been celebrating more than any other school in the state of Texas, and of course that is Midway High School, because it was just 7 days ago they won the softball 6A Division I state championship, and on this Saturday at Dell Diamond, the Midway baseball team joined the softball team and they took home the Division I 6A state title, taking down Atascocita 6-2, the final score. Here's how it all went down, and of course this was 22 years in the making. Last time they won the state championship was back in 2003. They made the title game in 2005, so over 2 decades since their return to Dell Diamond. Now, a little nugget here, the visiting teams were 9-1 in this week's baseball state tournament, but the home team in Midway not bothered by that at all, because in the top half of the first, they scored 3. 2 of them came from Tyler Seath's 2-run single, and then later in the inning, Kenyon Martin, he had a huge game, finding the gap in left, and the hustle from Tyler Seath scoring all the way from first. That's how you do it in the state championship. So Midway up 3-0 after 1 inning. Now Atascocita, they did tack on those 2 runs in the second, and Midway got 1 in the back in the third. That was after a wild pitch rolling all the way back to that deep backstop. So it's now 4-2. Midway still on top, but we can't forget about the real MVP of this game. Goes to junior Mr. Brody Potts. He came in to relieve Brady Quinn, and Potts, he pitched 4 2/3 innings of scoreless baseball. And in the top of the 7th, Potts gets the ground ball, records the final out, and here comes the celebration. Midway takes down Atascocita again 6-2. 22 years later, Midway baseball, state champions.
It's a team of absolute brotherly love. We love each other to death. We're willing to do anything for each other. And this has just been a surreal experience. It still doesn't feel real. It is just absolutely phenomenal, and it's something that all of us are going to remember and just super grateful for, and I'll remember this for the rest of my life.
They all believe in 80 miles to Round Rock. You know, they've been buying into that for 4 years now, and now they get to live it out and say they're on. Now they get to say for the rest of their life they're state champions. And anytime they come back to our field, there's going to be a monument or something that says they were on that team. That's special. They're going to be able to tell their kids. Yeah, isn't that awesome?
It means a lot. I mean, those seniors have worked and worked. They've pushed us since we've got there as freshmen. They've pushed us up and made us better. And being there, getting them there, and them winning it, and us winning it, has been a great thing for us.
Over a dozen Midway baseball players going out in the best possible way. And I want to take it back to both the baseball and softball team winning a title. After those 2 wins, Midway became just the 9th school in UIL history to have both the softball and baseball team win a state title in the same year. So, I mean, it's right there. If you want your kids to play baseball or softball, send them to the Midway High School, and they'll be well on their way of winning some hardware here in the state of Texas. From Dell Diamond for KWTX News 10, I'm Chad Ball 3.